Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Just a Pinch with me, Nandi. So I personally feel like we've been having a bit too much meat here at home, so I decided to do something a little bit different. It still has the protein aspect, but instead of it being meat, I'm going to be using chickpeas and to make a curry served along with some naan or basmati rice. But before I begin, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment down below. So the curry, I've put some coconut oil in this pan behind me, letting that sizzle a bit. Then I'll add in my onions with a bit of garlic and crushed ginger. Let that sit for about a minute or two, and then I'll add my spices and we'll continue. So I do not have canned tomatoes, so instead I'm just going to use some fresh tomatoes. I've quartered them up, put some salt and pepper, tossed in olive oil, a bit of thyme on top. Now I'm going to put it onto the stove and cook that down to the same consistency as I would have with the canned tomatoes, and all will be good to go. Okay, we're getting somewhere now as the juices are starting to release and the skins are peeling off. Okay, that is great. That's where I want it. It's actually reduced down a lot, but I'll leave it to this stage, and once I add it into the pot with the coconut milk, I know it will reduce down more. I've squashed it as we went along with the cooking process, but generally they do soften on their own. The onions have softened and I've just added in my garlic and crushed ginger. I've mixed that in. I'm going to put it on the heat for about a minute or two, not any longer, because I just want it to cook without it getting burnt and bitter. I've put in the salt and pepper, and I'm going to put in some curry powder into that. The reason that I'm putting the curry powder in now instead of when we've got a liquid going on is so that the flavors in the curry powder can toast and develop their flavors and release all that goodness instead of trying to force it into the meal. Great, I'm loving this. Now I'm going to add in some tomato paste as well as some paprika. My onion mixture is done with the addition of the paprika and the tomato paste. Now I'm going to add in my tomatoes and coconut milk. The tomatoes are in. This is the stage where you would have just added your can of tomatoes, but in my case I didn't have. That's why I did my whole process. If you want, you can really blend this mixture up, but I wanted it to be very hearty, so I decided to leave it this way because it will soften much further as it cooks. But now I'm going to add the coconut milk and let that simmer in for about 10 to 15 minutes. This has reduced down to where I want it. I don't want to reduce it too much because at the end of the day you do want to be able to have that soupy element, but I do want to get more of that curry flavor, so I'm going to be adding in some tomato paste. Okay, we're almost there, but for me, a curry really needs to sing curry for me to believe that it's a curry. So I'm going to add some curry leaves in there, but you don't have to do that if you don't want. It's totally optional. So the base is done now, and it doesn't just taste like coconut and tomato, but it tastes like a really good curry. So I'm going to add in our buttery chickpeas now. So in goes the chickpeas. This is actually becoming a pretty vegan dish, and that was not my intention. I just wanted to make a meat-free dish, but hey. I'm going to put the curry on the stove for about 5 to 10 minutes just to get the flavor right where I want it. And I have reserved the chickpea water because I'm going to make a dessert with it. If you wanted, you could have added it into the base, but I have got a plan up my sleeves. And our curry is done. It looks amazing, tastes even better. And it's not too spicy, and I don't know how, but it's vegan and it tastes amazing. This looks so good. I'm about to dig in and get myself some basmati. But anyway, thank you so much for watching.